Okay, we're going to go through some upgrades to my Rovan Baja 5T Terminator, 2-wheel drive, 36cc. I did a bunch of upgrades and I'm still working on some adjustments, but there's about 10 different things I've done to this. So let me turn the music down and then we'll get back to this video here in a second. Okay, so here's the Rovan 2-wheel drive, 36cc, 2-wheel drive. First thing I did do it that you'll notice is I did the body on the inside with 3M self-adhesive duct foil back tape. So that really made help for the heat displacement in case there's any fire or any batteries going off. That took a while to do it in small strips, in small sections at a time, and it'll come out halfway decent. But I wanted it for fire retardants and for a little bit more rigidity, something a little bit more than plastic, more durability. Okay, so that's what I did with the body. Okay, there goes the body. All right, now here we go. Rovan has a lot of extra stuff, and if you watch the videos, you'll see that you can pick up a lot of little tips on things that people else have done. And this is what I'm doing with mine here. As you can see, I got the rear bumper. I got the rear bumper here. That's definitely needed for bashing and smashing. I had to do a little bit of filing on here to make it squeak by. The reason I bought this one was I didn't know if the other one would fit, so I went with this one because I knew it would probably squeak by if I did a little bit of adjustment. So this is much needed for bashing, and for when it does wheelies and stuff, it'll bottom out. Also, the exhaust. There's a park down the street, and I don't want to really piss people off, so I got the exhaust pipe for that. Definitely needed is the upper crossbar support. The other one was real chintzy, piece of small aluminum. Shock covers, because I'm going to be running out in Arizona a little bit in the dust and the dirt and sand, and I don't want all my oil-filled shocks to get all dirty. Alright, same thing here. Velcro King Motors, Velcro pull start cover for all the stuff. Rovan dirt cover for here. Inside by the carb here, I did a I'm not so sure if it's King or not. King Motorsports is a small adapter plate I did in there, and also bought this aftermarket cap, but I found that I had to drill the holes out on it a little bit bigger and make sure that the passageways were clear so it could vent, because I got a little bit of lockup and some surging on the motor. What else here? Front shock covers, the bash plate underneath. I did the Rovan bash plate here, drilled some holes, took a couple bolts out. Also, I replaced these small little sway bar holders here that hold it down in. Instead of the plastic ones, I went with the aluminum ones, because that's what actually holds it all together, and it's less likely to break if it's aluminum than it would be with plastic. So, got the lower shield on, that went on nice. Lined all the holes up in the middle, had to notch this out a little bit more, clean that notch up a little bit bigger to accept the 1/8 of an inch plate, but that's stainless steel, heavy duty, which really makes it stronger in this area right here, so when you bash, you're not going to bend the frame, hopefully. So I did that. Also, a much needed thing was the dirt shield for the sand and dirt to get it out of the clutch. That was from King. I couldn't find the orange one, or the reddish orange, but I got what was best. I put that on. See, that was a little bit tricky, lining everything up in the braking and the arm and everything. Make sure you put Loctite on that little set screw, because I had one come out on me and I had to stop a run because that set screw came out of here and messed this all up and was making it stop and carry on. So yeah, Loctite for sure, man. Loctite everything with medium Loctite on all your threads, because you know a lot of this stuff's plastic with metal screws in it, and you know the shit will work its way loose. So what else did I do to this thing? Pretty much I told you everything. It's about 10 different things, so I enjoy it. I'm trying to get out to the weather here. It's just about end of February here, day after Valentine's Day, and I'm aching to get this thing out. I'm working on little doodads here and there and tweaking it. I have to do some adjustments. I did have some stock adjustments for the carburetor, and I know that velocity, that extra spacer, might be making things run a little bit differently, but I did find some vapor lock. I drilled the holes out and made sure all the passageways were a little bit bigger and clearer so that this could actually vent, because you need a vented cap so that you don't get vapor lock with these gas tanks. But so far so good. Make sure everything's tight after you warm it up a couple times and break it in a few tanks. And I retightened all my head bolts down and retorqued those. Retorqued the head bolts down, I mean the exhaust manifold bolts down. So I'm ready to go, man. I just hope that the weather breaks here soon and we can get the ground dry and I can get outside and do some fun bashing and some ripping, see what this thing can do. So those are my top 10 things I did with my Rovan Terminator 5T from Rovan King Motorsports on the internet, eBay, and Amazon. All right. Have a good day, everybody.